I don't know. I really am hopeful though. I'm hoping to see something good, especially with the Leon gameplay. Um, but here's the hoping. TJ says we're 88 from tier 1. Thank you, TJ. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. Let's go.
In this showcase, we'll go over the latest information on Resident Evil.
The voice is AI slop. Sorry, I had to get it out the way. You know somebody was gonna say it.
Requiem, which will release next month on February 27. Let's take a look at some of the gameplay.
I can't believe it's coming out in a month.
はい、出ないとは言ってないですね。いや、言ってないです。まあ実際、時も話しましたけど、レオンでもうバチバチのホラーのステージをテストしてみたんですけど。
Yeah, so this is the guy who said, he was trying to play it off, obviously, but this is the guy who said originally that they couldn't make a horror game with Leon because he's too much of a badass. He's completely numb to it, basically, and that they couldn't make a horror game with Leon, so they went with Grace. That was him trying to say that Leon's not going to be in this game. Obviously, that's not true. But he's explaining that they actually did try to make a genuine horror game with Leon. And let's see what he has to say.
やっぱり、こんなレオンあんま見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは事実としてありますね。今回、グレースとレオンで全然違うゲームになってます。グレースの方は、その RE2 ですとか、バイオ7もそうですね。ホラーに特化したゲーム体験になってまして、レオンの方はというと、バイオ4に代用されるような緊張感がすごい高いんですけども、そこまでその。
Kick the fucking shit out of that zombie. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, this is definitely very Resident Evil 4 for sure.
恐怖に特化してない。アクションも楽しめるサバイバルホラー。レオンにふさわしい体験が作れてるんじゃないかなとは思ってて、グレースのホラーとそのレオンのアクション。二つこう、並べて遊ぶことで、今までのバイオハザードではない、すごく感情の入れ幅が大きいゲームになってます。バイオハザードって、緊張と弛緩のその差っていうのが一つ面白さだと思ってるんですけども、すごく緊張して静かなペースで進むグレースのゲームプレイと、
Yeah, see, so they're basically admitting what we kind of already knew, that this is basically two games. This is two games, which I'm not sure I like that idea. I'd rather have a fully fleshed out one or the other. But this is basically two games. Two very different games.
を発散してダイナミックに激しいアクションをする。そういうカタルシスのあるレオン。大きな意味でその緊張と弛緩っていう役割として、パートを最適に配置する。こういう意図で構成してますね。
Damn. All right. I like the bloodiness. I like the brutality. That's good.
レオンとグレース、二人とも主人公なんですけども、ストーリーとしては基本的には一つ。ストーリーの中でプレイヤーキャラがグレースになるパートがあって、またレオンがプレイするパートがあると。そういう構成になってますね。バイオ6の後のレオンの続きですけど、レオンはレクイエムの段階でも DSO のエージェントとして、バイオハザードテロと世界のね、戦い続けてるってことになってます。彼はたくさんの悲劇を見てきた。おそらく彼、今回過去一追い詰められることになると思うんで、その辺も注目してほしいなと思います。
He will be pushed to his limits this time. So was he not pushed to his limits before? Actually, Billy in the chat said something interesting. Swapping to Grace every time you start having fun. Now I can see where this is going. I don't know, man, because again, like if you want the horror experience, then you're probably gonna have more fun playing as Grace, right? But if you want the action experience, then yeah, of course you're gonna have more fun playing as Leon. So depending on which way you swing, you know, if you're more of the action player, then yeah, the moment you switch over to Grace is gonna be boring as shit, and it's probably gonna annoy you. Sorry. And if you're the other way around, then I don't know. I just feel like this is why I'd rather have a fully fleshed out one experience over the other. Like, if you're going to give me an action Resident Evil, then give me an action Resident Evil. If you're going to give me a horror Resident Evil, then give that to me. You know, don't do this like double shit, because then the pacing is going to feel so off. I'm going to go from being a badass Leon to bitch made Grace. Like, that's going to feel a little bit odd. Are you going to Griffcast this? Yes, I am going to Griffcast this. Absolutely.
今回のゾンビは生前のその人の特徴っていうのを引き継いでいるゾンビがいます。例えばこの館の中で掃除係の人がいるんですけども、その人はゾンビになってもひたすらこう屋敷をきれいにしようとね掃除を続けてるんですよ。このようにいろんなこう生前の行動に執着するゾンビがいて、
The zombies cling to their past lives. What the fuck? That's
それ
interesting.
では彼らの行動を観察して、うまくかわすのに利用したり倒すのに使うと、こういったことができるようになってます。レオンのゲームプレイは圧倒的な緊張感のある戦闘、RF4 から進化したサバイバルアクションになっています。トマホークという斧を装備しており、それによるパリができます。
I notice how with the Leon combat, they're focusing more on third person, but with the first person, with Grace, they're focusing more on the first person combat. Don't you guys find that to be pretty interesting? How that's happening that way?
シューティングっていうのが中心になってくるので、さらに洗練されたガンプレイっていうところにも力を入れてますね。また V を狙って、敵に体術を決める。それから敵が持っていた武器を奪って利用する。どの敵をどの部位を撃つのか、またどうやって倒すのか、こういった戦略を立てるのが面白さであり、それがうまくいった時にさらにこうカタルシスが倍増する、そういったゲームプレイになっています。グレースのゲームプレイは閉鎖空間の中を、投資弾薬脅威となる敵、その中を
See how they put it in first person for Grace? It's pretty interesting. Now, obviously, I've always said first-person horror games are more scary than third-person. So that's probably why they're doing that. They're trying to maximize the effect of whatever they're showing right now. But I do find that interesting that they probably agree with that too.
恐る恐る考えながら動くっていうのは面白さだと思ってるんですけども、グレースでは敵を倒すべきか逃げるのか、そこの判断も非常に重要になってきています。なので、レクイエムではそのための様々な手段を用意しています。それほど重火器いっぱい出てくるわけではないんですけども、一つこう象徴的な武器としてレクイエムというそのままタイトルを名を冠した武器が出てきます。この大口径の武器は弾数ほどないんですけど、構造という時にグレースを救ってくれる頼りになる武器になっています。実はクラフト要素も少しひねりを入れてまして、そのアンポルを作るためには感染したゾンビの血が必要になります。クラフトのリソースになる血っていうのを、つまり敵を倒すのにもまた意味があると。そういう意味でより RS スタイルの
Crafting requires blood.
ゲームを深めるような工夫っていうのは各所に入れてますね。
That's too effective.
No, Yamato says watch him have a third person DLC for Grace. No. You could play third person with Grace. You could play from day one. I'm just saying that they're not doing that for the trailer. They're purposely doing first person. So
A variety of gameplay options have also been added to this title. Players can switch between two camera perspectives. And these can be changed.
That's crazy. I literally just said that.
At any time during the game. Multiple difficulties are also available. New players can enjoy casual mode. and use aim assist to take down zombies with more ease.
Oh my god, man, I can't stand this shit. I know people are gonna be like, who cares? You don't have to use it. It's like, oh man. To be a gamer and have to use aim assist, I just feel like it's so gay, bro. Again, maybe that's me being an old school gamer. I don't know, but it's like, it's okay. Like, why? What satisfaction do you feel using a built-in aimbot? That's what it is.
But if you choose Standard Classic, ink ribbons will be needed to save the game when playing as Grace.
Oh, wow.
This mode is recommended for those who enjoy a tense atmosphere.
So she's getting all the classic gameplay. She's getting all the typical Resident Evil horror gameplay, and then Leon's just gonna go guns blazing, basically.
今回、ポルシェさんとコラボレーションさせていただきまして、世界に1台しかない車を作っております。
What? They got a collaboration with Porsche? Oh my god, bro.
Resident Evil and Porsche are two very iconic brands with so much heritage. It's one of those collaborations you're always dreaming of as a gaming fan working in this environment. Collaborations like this obviously don't spawn out of nowhere. For his adventures, Leon...
So I need to ask the question, what is with Porsche and video game product placement? Because you now have Porsche in Resident Evil 9, and now you have Porsche in Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. So what's the deal with that? Like, do you think gamers are fucking rich that they're going to be out there buying Porsches? I don't understand. Maybe some of them might be, but what? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Needed a car which represents his style, but also delivers when it comes to navigating him through, all of those dangerous moments he experiences in the game. What I really admire about the custom Resident Evil Cayenne Turbo GT is how the team stayed true to its characteristics by still ensuring it feels authentic in this world. It took a lot of expertise from different departments at Porsche and complex 3D printing to apply those customizations to the rear car. It's going to look amazing in the game.
今回もう一つハミルトンさんと、コラボさせていただきまして、
Watchmaker Hamilton?
レオンとグレースそれぞれのキャラのイメージをモチーフとした時計をつけてます。
Bro, they legit got all kinds of product placement in this game, bro. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What's going on here?
Two fantastic watch models which recreate those worn in the game in all the stunning details. The khaki-filled autochrono.
Bro, this this is the kind of woman I feel like you see at every single mall when you pass by like a overly expensive store that you got no business being in. When you pass by a Rolex store or whatever the case, like you just got that one like lady at the counter. And she's like, yes, no, don't come in here. You are peasant, and I no want to serve you. Yeah, no. Maybe bring your father. No, I'm okay. You poor. Yeah, you poor. Yeah, you could keep walking, you know? Bro, it's always that one person, I swear.
And the Pan-Europe Automatic will be in limited edition, 2,000 pieces each, and will release alongside Resident Evil Requiem on February.
Yeah, I know they pay for those product placements. I know that. I just, after a certain point as Capcom, you have to be like, is this product placement going to make sense in our game? And I don't know, I guess the Hamilton watches are pretty subtle, so they're not really gonna stick out like anything. It's not like Leon's running around with a fucking Rolex, you know? And the Porsche I feel like sticks out. The Porsche I feel like sticks out quite a bit. Now, granted, it's a blacked out Porsche or whatever, but still, it kind of sticks out a little bit. I mean, these watches do look nice though, but you gotta tell me how much they are. They'll be limited edition, 2,000 pieces each. Okay, let's see. They're gonna release alongside Resident Evil. All right, how many do you think are gonna be available after this?
27th. Please stay tuned.
Please stay tuned while we fuck you for this watch. I'm curious. Let me look this up really quick. Resident Evil Hamilton watch for sale. Let's see. How much is this shit? Bro, this watch is $2,000.
Holy shit.
This watch is $2,000, bro. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, there's that. All right. Moving on.
In addition to the base game, a deluxe edition featuring bonus content will also be available for purchase. Extra costumes for Grace and Leon, weapon skins, and screen filters will be included in this edition. Those who pre-order will receive an Apocalypse costume for Grace.
Our cuz says about it can afford it easily. My guy. I don't know how many times to say this. I don't care how much money I make. At the end of the day, there are certain things that I view to be very wasteful. And I know some people are watch people, so don't hate. I have no hate to watch people. But me personally, I've never been a watch person. So I think I spoke about this with Death Stranding too, because Death Stranding had like a $1,500 watch. I'm not going to spend $2,000 on a fucking watch that's based off Resident Evil. I'm just not doing that. It's just kind of stupid. Now, other people could do it if they want. As a collector's piece, it's fine. I'm sure it'll hold its value. But dude, like I'm just, no thanks.
Along with the platforms shown, the game will also be available on the cloud gaming service GeForce Now.
Ew. It's disgusting. Nobody cares about that. We got Adair Soto with a 5. I wonder how our Leon is holding up for watching the showcase. I wonder how he feels right now until we get to Saturday. Yeah, we'll talk about it this Saturday. See what Leon has to say about this.
This title is being developed in collaboration with Nvidia, so a wide range of PC users can enjoy it.
It's such an honor to...
Deadeye's Lock on Rumble says, WoW pulled an Oz, followed the yellow brick road. I'm convinced Dorothy could be in the game with no guide. Dude, so true.
Work on Resident Evil. The iconic series has been thrilling fans around the world for close to 30 years and has continued to raise the bar for innovation and technology with every single release. We've been working closely with Capcom on Resident Evil Requiem, helping shape the future of the franchise with path tracing for realistic graphics, and AI-powered Nvidia DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation for incredibly fast performance. DLSS also makes Resident Evil Requiem more accessible across a wide range of PCs, extending the nightmare to more gamers. And with GeForce Now, gamers can experience Resident Evil Requiem at launch with the cutting-edge graphics and performance on nearly any device, streaming from powerful GeForce RTX servers in the cloud. I can't wait to unlock the mysteries of Raccoon
Why is he talking to us like we're a fucking toddler? Does anybody else get that feeling?
City once again.
Not only that, 1/6.
It's all about the fake ass frames, bro. That's really what it is. Fake ass frames. Bro, they're going all in on this game. So you got a Porsche collaboration, you got a Hamilton watch collaboration that you're going to be selling a $2,000 real watch from, and now you got 1/6 scale figures. Shit, man, they're going all in on this.
Scale figures of our two protagonists will also be available for purchase. Grace and Leon's figures can be displayed separately or together as a set. And if you line them up with previous figures, both figures are scheduled for release this fall. An original design Nintendo Switch 2 Pro
fucking controller too. God damn, bro. What is this? Their last hoorah? Is that it? Bro, they're trying to make every dollar they can from this game. And you know what's crazy? Resident Evil always sells well. Like, it's always super successful, makes a lot of money. But they're like, you know what? We can have more money, though.
Controller will be released on the same day as the game. And as a series first, Amiibo will also be available. Please look forward to more information.
An amiibo? Oh, nah, bro. Nah, bro. Now you got an amiibo. That's crazy, dude. All out on this shit.
On Resident Evil Requiem launch day, the gold editions of both Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, including all downloadable content, will be released on the Nintendo Switch 2.
That we knew already.
We'll also be celebrating 30 years of the series with special concerts. Relive the series' greatest moments with breathtaking orchestral.
You see what I'm saying? Like, as cool as an orchestra is, like, all these seats are empty. Like, do they actually sell these fucking shows, or they just record them? Like, what's up with that?
Performances. The first ticket lottery is open right now to Resident Evil ambassadors. Concerts are planned for not just Japan, but North America and Europe.
You mean like the same concerts that Sony planned for PlayStation Music and they had to cancel all of them worldwide? They're actually still canceling them now? That same kind of a concert? What the fuck is a Resident Evil ambassador? Is it that serious? Is Leon a Resident Evil ambassador? What the fuck is that? I'm gonna look that up. I've never heard of this. What is a Resident Evil ambassador? The Resident Evil Ambassador Program. Share your enthusiasm for Resident Evil with fans around the world to foster discussions around and the love for Resident Evil series on X. What? Post on X with hashtag Resident Evil BHF to earn points. Sign up for the program to that special. Oh, so this is like a shill, a Twitter shill. Oh. So they're opening up. Hold on. So they're opening up this shit to Twitter shills, basically. Bro, no wonder you have all these accounts that are on fucking X that are posting nonsense. No wonder, bro. So they have a program specifically around fake boosting their X performance. You can earn points to increase your ambassador rank and to gain access to special campaigns and rewards, bro. It's disgusting, bro. It's so disgusting. I'm sorry. It just is literal, like, anyway. All right. Let's continue.
More information on these will be released later.
By the way, the canceled Sony concerts, those concerts were given first dibs by the Sony shills as well. And the shills were like, yeah, I got invited to a front row, like whatever. They were celebrating it on Twitter. And then like months later, all of a sudden they're like, it got canceled. It got canceled. I can't believe it got canceled. Yeah, you spent all this time fucking chilling and you got nothing for it other than a goodie bag.
これもね、まだお伝えしてるんですけど、実はレオンにはある秘密があって、そことも関わってくる要素だったり、グレースのお母さん、アリスターが殺された、そこにも関わる、非常に重要なものになっているので、この辺のね、その謎をプレイしてぜひ解き明かしていってもらえればなと思います。バイオハザードレクイエム、まだまだ言いたいこと本当にキリがないんで、発売まで引き続き注目していただければと思います。
Oh, what? Why Leon looks so rough? I don't know, bro. He's old.
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you. I think you want a second opinion.
What is happening here?
I'll keep our friends busy.
What the fuck?
Wow. Too lazy to read subtitles. Not my fault. The shit's in fucking Japanese. Dude. So here's what I'll say. I mean, the game looks good, right? From a visual perspective. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The whole like in-game product placement thing was just a little weird to me. Like, I know at the end of the day, it's more money in Capcom's pocket. But here's what I'm gonna say. Is it really worth it though? Because like, you guys make so much fucking money Did you really need to do that weird product placement with Hamilton? Was that really necessary? Did they give you that much money to do the product placement? Right? Same thing with Porsche. It's like, did they really give you, like, you guys know that Resident Evil is going to sell like hotcakes, especially since you have a controller and amiibo, fucking figures, and like whatever. You got all this other shit. Was it really necessary to do all that? You know, it just feels weird. Nintendo did it too with Mercedes and Mario Kart once. I'm sure that was weird too. I don't know. It felt kind of odd to me. But yeah, I guess there's never enough money. Like I feel like you could have skipped out on the weird product placement and just made a little bit less money, knowing that you're going to sell this game like hotcakes. This game is going to sell like hotcakes. It is going to sell like hotcakes, 100%. So I don't know, man. A little bit weird on that aspect, but like the game itself looked really good. Visually speaking, very impressive. In terms of the frame rate, I'm a little bit sussed out on it because again, they're using like all the fake frames of the world to bolster the frame rate, because I remember seeing that the game supposedly ran at 4K FPS. I think it was like 40 or 50 FPS on a 5090, 4090, whatever. But then when they used like DLSS or whatever and the super fake frames, it jumped up to like 200 or something ridiculous like that. So these companies are really starting to rely overly on this fake frame bullshit, which is so funny because it's like AI generated fake frames, and these journalists that swear by the fake frames because their computers suck. I hope they understand that this is AI generated fake frames, right? I thought you guys were against AI. Like, what's up with that? Anyway, so I don't know, man. I think the gameplay looks overall good, but my biggest issue is that the pacing, I feel like, is going to be off. I really do. I feel like the pacing is going to be off because you're going to start off probably with Grace. What's up, Sebi? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. You're going to start off with Grace. You're going to play the horror aspect, and then all of a sudden, you're going to be Leon, guns blazing, and destroying people, you know, and grabbing their head and making it explode against a fucking bed rail or something. I just feel like the pacing is going to be way off. I think they should have definitely stuck to one or the other. But I understand why they brought Leon back. It's because this is supposed to be, according to the rumors, supposed to be the last numbered entry. I don't believe that, but that's what it's supposed to be. Billy says that's the whole other thing, making games so high quality, everyone has to get a new computer just to play it. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't mind the fake frames helping people with bad computers. I don't mind that. But if you need the fake frames for people with good computers in order to be able to run the game at high settings with no issues, that's a problem. And that's why I'm saying that there is an over-reliance on the fake frames. There is an over-reliance on the DLSS. There's an over-reliance on all this shit. I really do think there is. Because if the strong computers are struggling to run at maximum settings when that was never an issue before, why is it an issue now? And it's because developers are like, we don't need to optimize our game. What's optimization? Let's just rely on DLSS. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Who cares if our game runs at 30 FPS, 4K resolution, and it has fucking cell shaded graphics? Nobody cares. Just put DLSS. It'll be at 100 in no time. You know, that's my problem. That's the mindset that I have a lot of issues with. You know, so like the technology is not necessarily the problem. It's the mindset that developers have with the technology that's the problem. Thank you again, Sebi, for the raid. I appreciate that. And shout out to the legend. Well, hold on. Let's read this. So Darius Holton with it too. Why do I feel like a person watching a commercial? Because you were. But see, that's what I'm saying. Yo, Rabble Wrangler with the raid. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. But that's what I'm saying, dude. Like watching this felt like a commercial. That's why it was so weird. It was so weird that you had all these product placements. Like Capcom don't need this shit, bro. Capcom makes more than enough money, bro. They don't need to be partnering with fucking Hamilton. Like, oh yeah, buy our $2,000 Hamilton watches in real life after you get done pretending to have one as Leon in the game. What the fuck? Listen, the only people that are going to buy those watches are going to be collectors, hardcore collectors of anything Resident Evil, or just hardcore gaming collectors in general. That's the only people that are going to buy those watches. I don't understand any normies that are going to buy those watches, at least not for the specific tie of Resident Evil. If they buy the watches just because they like the watches and it happens to be tied to Resident Evil, then that's something different. But I don't know. I just feel like $2,000 for... Anyway, It's crazy shit, man. Adair Soto with a 5. Oh, Nintendo Switch 2 now controls and an amiibo. Oh, we're definitely presents now, everyone. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Or the scalpers are gonna buy it. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't think you don't have a scalper market if you don't have a market, right? So the scalpers are not gonna go out there and buy it if there is no high demand for the item, because that's a good way for them to get fucked and be left with the item, right? The reason why they went out and they scalped PS5s when they were released is because they all knew that people wanted PS5s. You can obviously tell based off history that hundreds of millions of units have sold for PlayStation. So of course, people are going to scalp the PS5s because they know that people are going to buy them. But when it comes to a $2,000 watch, I mean, what's really the market for that? You know, how many people are going to buy that? Would you scalp that? I wouldn't scalp that. That sounds dumb. You know, I would scalp a Nintendo Switch. Remember when the Nintendo Switch came out? At the time, people were scalping that too. I would scalp that shit because I don't want to play that shit. I'd scalp it and sell it. I don't give a fuck. But not a watch, bro. That just seems like weird. China's gonna clone those watches for $100? Absolutely. Scrap Gamer with a 5. RE Ambassador is basically a Capcom account to use with the RE games. Well, not from what I was reading. Actually, let me bring that up so that you guys can see what I was reading. Thank you guys again for the raid, man. I appreciate that very much. Legends, bro. Thank you so much. Let me show you what I read on the Ambassador program really quick. So if you look here, it seems to be all tailored around X. Let me take this down really quick. It seems to be tailored around X. So it says share your enthusiasm for Resident Evil with fans around the world. And they're like, what is the Resident Evil Ambassador program? Look at this cute little fucking look at this thing. They give you a little ID. It says, we welcome the following Resident Evil super fans. Super fans, guys. You know what that means. Remember those Lord of the Rings super fans? Remember that? People who want to learn more about Resident Evil, people who want to connect with Resident Evil fans, people who want to be more involved with Resident Evil brand, and people who want to recommend Resident Evil to others. You can sign up for the program to that special ambassador cards. This is your little special card right here. Participate in card drawing campaigns for even more types of cards. Post on X with the hashtag REBHF or REBH to earn points. Earn points to increase your ambassador rank. Increase your ambassador rank to gain special access to campaigns and rewards. Yes. So shills. Yes, basically. So like Resident Evil Ambassador is all it is maximum shillery. So if you shill for Resident Evil, then you could raise your rank by fake posting online, and that will bolster your rank to the point where you could get access to Capcom in general, which I'm sure that a lot of these people do on social media, so they can feel like they have special access to. Remember that concert that they were going to be doing? So anybody who uses this hashtag, you already know is full of shit. Just so you're aware. Anybody who uses the hashtag, what was it? The fuck was it? REBH Fun. So if you see a hashtag with that, just know that is an ambassador account, and they're doing it to raise their ambassador account's level and access. That's all it is, bro. It's crazy, man. Basically become Resident Evil Hunbots. Yeah, basically. Yo, our cuz, bro, 10 memberships. Clutch, my guy.
Let's fucking go. It's a membership banger.
Yo, shout out to Toasty for the raid over on Rumble. Damn, bro, we're getting raided everywhere. What the fuck? What is going on, bro? This is crazy. We got rated by Savvy. We got rated by Rabble Wrangler. Now we get rated by Toasty. This is insane, man. Thank you so much for the raid over on Rumble. I appreciate that. And thank you, our cuz, for the 10 memberships. I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. Secret Final Boss for the membership as well. Thank you, Secret Final Boss. I appreciate that. Therefore, 2 says, what I meant was commoner's peasant. Sounds about right. Speedy Cake with a 10. Don't forget Cyberpunk's Porsche and the RE5 watch and coin. Listen, I know that that they've done this before. I totally get that. Like, I know that Capcom has done this before. Nintendo has done this before. I get that. But it doesn't make it less weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make it weird seeing a little... How much time did they dedicate in that trailer? 5 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that? To Hamilton watches? It's like, bro, And the thing is, they did the typical, we're not going to tell you the price because we know if we told you the price, you're not going to buy it. Right. So in the trailer, they just said, hey, you could look forward to the announcement of these watches. They're releasing at the same time of Resident Evil 9. Buy yours today. And they don't tell you the price. They don't tell you the price, you know? And that was only one product placement. Think about the Porsche product placement. That was also another like 7 minutes. And then think about the, what was it? The ambassador one. So all in all, they spent about 20 minutes on multiple different product placements or whatever. I don't know, man. It's a little bit questionable. That's all I'm going to say. Apparently gamers got rich. Got it. Yeah, apparently. Apparently people can just buy $2,000 watches. No problem. So, I mean, that's it for the Resident Evil Showcase. Overall, I think it was okay. I didn't like the product placement. Everything else was fine. But I just have questions about the pacing of the game and whether or not it's actually going to be paced properly between a pure horror experience like Grace and a pure action experience like Leon. And you know that it's probably not going to be paced the same because they said if you play on the classic difficulty, you're going to have to use ink ribbons in order to save with Grace, but you don't have to do that with Leon. So Leon is automatically going to be very, it's just going to feel very different. The pacing is going to be completely off. I don't know. I just think it's a little bit odd. It's an odd choice.